Hello, everyone. Hello, Dr. Brady. How
What's
are
going
you?
on, Shane?
Uh, well, lots. Just like everybody.
Yeah,
Everybody's going through lots right now. There's no real good way of putting it.
yeah,
Uh,
it's kind of crazy, isn't it?
it is a very crazy time to be alive. And as you mentioned, that I agree with very much so, if the media would start getting things right, a lot of the confusion and mass hysteria would slow down a bit, but that's what we're here for. We're here to show you different ways of dealing with common issues, and one of those common issues is neurology and neurological issues. So I'm going to pass it over to you, and
Awesome.
uh, tell us what you've written here.
All right, so as we've talked about in the past, part of my job with education with Synergy Science is I write articles such as this one that we're looking at here.
Yep.
Uh, it was really neurology that got me interested in hydrogen because of the mechanism, well, just because of the papers that are out there about how hydrogen can help the brain and the nervous system.
Yep.
And this is a description of what it actually does. There's actually two mechanisms through which hydrogen can enter your brain. One of the mechanisms is directly through hydrogen reducing the hydroxyl radical, so it's actually helping with the oxidative stress.
Okay.
And so that's one mechanism, but the bigger mechanism is this whole ghrelin response. So in the paper that I wrote, there's a couple studies that I reference, and I give the links to those studies.
Beautiful.
And if you look at what they say aging-related neurodegenerative disorders are closely associated with mitochondrial dysfunction and oxidative stress, and their incidence tends to increase with age. So as we age, the powerhouse of our cells they go into dysfunction because of oxidative stress, and hydrogen can get into those cells and reduce this hydroxyl radical and basically form it into water and neutralize that mechanism to help with the aging process and to help with Alzheimer's and Parkinson's and some of these other really, really nasty neurodegenerative disorders. So that's that's the direct mechanism of which it helps. And anytime, Shane, that we talk about chronic diseases, we're usually talking about that direct mechanism. Now, if we scroll down a little more, then we start talking about the indirect mechanism, or the second mechanism, which is ghrelin. So when we drink hydrogen water, our guts produce this hormone called ghrelin, and it upregulates it throughout our body. And what we know is that ghrelin has several different levels that it will work on, but it is a direct neuroprotectant. So in the particular study that I've quoted here, it was a rat study they did on Parkinson's, and when they gave the mice or rats or whatever they were hydrogen water, the Parkinson's mechanisms decreased because the ghrelin was actually protecting the nerves. So there's two mechanisms. The direct one is an antioxidant mechanism. The second one's the indirect mechanism, which goes through ghrelin.
That's very interesting. Yeah, I know that ghrelin was looked at in early 2000s, like you said, as a hunger hormone in relation to fat loss. So a couple of things that I'm noticing from here with the ghrelin when it comes to the fat loss and the processing of fat is one of the things I've noticed with hydrogen is how much it upregulates, or I guess increases your metabolism, right? So it allows your body to process fat a lot better, and that's why you can see fat kind of shed right off once you start drinking hydrogen water.
Increasing ghrelin is not going to make you eat more.
Yeah.
We've got to get rid of that.
Yeah, no. Yeah, sorry, that's not what I'm saying. It's going to help your body process the food better, not allow you to eat more.
Right.
And then the other thing too that I like that you mentioned right at the very beginning, especially because it relates to, I mean, so many different chronic diseases and illnesses, is the oxidative stress And to me, it's a lot like, you know, a car that's using up all of the energy, and its exhaust system is broken, and the pollution that's being created is the ROS or RNS, oxidative stress, and we just need to clean that up.
Yep, exactly.
Perfect. Is there any other big things that you want to point out in here?
No, I just want to make sure that we'll post this in the video itself so people can read it.
Please, yeah. Just so
and follow the links and check it out.
Yeah, I mean, we got more than enough time to do reading and learning and stuff like that. You know, if you can't learn a few things during this time, your issue wasn't time; it's discipline. But at least I appreciate you writing this article. More importantly, I appreciate you citing it. And giving us some background to see what supports what you're saying.
Absolutely.
Well, we will cut it here. We keep it short and sweet. I will end this like we end every one of our videos and remind you that when you think of oxidative stress, inflammation, and gut health, you think of hydrogen. When you think of hydrogen, you think of Synergy Science and Echo Water. You think of Shane McCarthy and the man, the myth, the legend, Dr. Brady.
I appreciate this, buddy. I appreciate it, dude.
Talk to you soon.
Yep.